video. This is a requested video and it seems to be cursed. Not kidding, this is about my 14th time of filming it. Because the doorbell's gone like 3 times with deliveries and a maintenance man. And then my daddy person has rung me about 4 times. And just various other stuff. So trying it again. Starting with the cheapest, this test here was taken at 13 DPO, which is days post-ovulation for anyone that's unaware. It is a cheap strip test called One Step Pregnancy from Amazon. They cost next to nothing. They're supposed to pick up 10 IUM of HCG in urine. However, this line, it has to be read within 5 minutes. And this line, if you can even see it, was not really visible until about an hour after the test had been taken. It was visible within the 5 minutes, but it was almost like an evap line. It was kind of almost grey. It didn't really have any definition, didn't really have any colour. Well, it had definition, I suppose, but it didn't really have much colour to it. So I would have written it off personally because it was so pants. The first time this has come up with a decent line is today at 14 DPO. I'm trying to get it so that my hand doesn't interfere with the sound, but I don't get in the way of the light. Let's pull this table back. I'm literally sitting directly under my lounge light, so I don't ruin it. And yeah, that's a decent line. You know, it's a decent line. It was there within 5 minutes, nice and clear, but it took until 14 days post-ovulation. And this is supposed to be ultra-sensitive, so they're not particularly good. I am going to be giving this kind of away in a giveaway. Now I feel really bad because they are pants. But as long as you're aware that they're pants, it doesn't really matter. It's all good. Next up, on 13 DPO also, is an NHS test. This picks up 20 IUMs of HCG in urine. This also came from Amazon. The line's perfectly good. The problem is, if you take it out of the urine sample by the 20 seconds, it won't work. You have to wait until the urine's moving across the window there. Excuse me. Also, it takes about 6 minutes to be readable. It has to be read within 10 minutes because the dye is streaked across the screen, and it's pretty terrible. So if you want results and you want them now, and you want them early, this is probably not your best test. I mean, it will give you a line early, it really will, but you have to be patient. You kind of have to read it at 8 minutes, which is, like, just feels like 14 hours when you're busting to find out if you're up the duff or not. My favourite line tests are good old first response. Now, this one here was 11 DPO. Excuse my terrible nails. I've got psoriasis from nail beds. I'm not a nail biter, I promise. The perfectly good line. It's darker than the lines on the other 2 tests at 13 DPO. So, I love that one. Next up is at 12 DPO. You can see that is darker still. And I'll do line up with them. And then 13 DPO yesterday, that is a really, really good line. And if you compare that line there to that, and, that test. I mean, honestly, first response, clearly worth the money. I'm trying to get it so that one's, I can't seem to get them done. First response all the way from me from now on, honestly. I never used to sing their praises, but I can't sing them highly enough at the minute. So if you look there, try and get it so you can get all 3 in. The way it darkens is brilliant. Next up, taken at 14 days post-ovulation, is the Clear Blue. It's taken this morning. The only thing with Clear Blue is the line sort of fades. This was darker when it was first done than it is now, especially with the bottom bit. It was like full thickness dark blue, and it sort of fades. And I noticed that the other day when I did the videos, after it's shown up when I first did it, it faded within a couple of hours, which is odd. And these are also a really weird shape. But that's a good line. Even after it's faded, that's a good clear line. I mean, clearly that's pregnant. You're not going to question that. And my other favourite is obviously the Clear Blue Digital. Now, after being wound up that I was having twins by people, because I was winding them up that they're having twins, I did this one at 4, it's either 13 or 14 DPO, but I believe it's 14, and it still says pregnant 1 to 2. So, Lynn's, ha ha ha, blatantly only one in there. So that makes me good, because my home water birth is still on. This is fantastic. Honestly, the pregnant popped up a lot quicker this time. So the HCG is clearly increased a lot, just not enough for it to be the next level, because the word pregnant popped up within about 1 minute. It's then just deciding how fast it's conception. So yeah, love it. Pretty pleased with this one. The one I did at 10 DPO, it was very, very faint, but it was there. But I don't like the fact that it fades, because if your husband or your partner or whatever doesn't come home for a few hours and you take it first thing in the morning and they're at work, if it's early, by the time they get home, you know, you're not going to be able to see it. You're not going to be able to go, hey, look, I'm pregnant. Oh, wait, that doesn't show it. And they're going, yeah, are you sure? Yes, I am. So for that level, first response wins. For early pregnancy detection, definitely first response. If anyone knows of any own brand tests specifically or particularly these lovely little stick tests that are actually good, please comment below, because it would be quite nice to be able to do a document or, you know, a thing on YouTube and then again on Facebook saying which tests are worth going to, because it, you know, everyone likes to know which tests are good tests. I hope the sound wasn't off because I had my hand at the end. Damn it. So yeah, hopefully that's all good. Other ones like Tesco's Own, Asda's Own, Sainsbury's Own are really, really good if you are willing to do from 14 DPO. I don't know about early. So anyone with any advice on that, then please let me know. But I've got to say, I love these. We don't have Answer brand here, or First Response Digital, so I couldn't compare those. But looking at these first response tests, I do not doubt that the First Response Digital would be absolutely superb. So yeah, that's it. Pregnancy test reviews. Hopefully it's of some use to some people. Sorry if the sound is a bit pants, and sorry for the wobbling. But I better go because I can hear my cat scratching the door. Bye.